When I think of Uncle James, I think about this scripture that comes with a promise. You honor your father and your mother, all will go well with you and you will live a long life. And I see that fulfilled in the life of my Uncle James. It went well for him and he lived a long life. And I see in my cousins how they have honored their father. And I see in each of you his empathy, his compassion, his desire to help others in various ways. I see that reflected in each of you. So in your own way, by the way you live your lives and carry out his legacy, you continue to honor him. One of the things that stands out for me personally about my uncle, one of my early memories, not the earliest, but one of the early memories that I have of him, is about his compassion that was sometimes palpable, although not necessarily verbalized. I did mention this at his 80th or 85th birthday party. I had some knee issues when I was about 13, 14. I got on the train. Back then, you could get on the train from New York to Philadelphia when you're 13 and 14 and go by yourself. And Uncle James met me at the 30th Street station. I spent the day with him. He took me to his office and he gave me an injection of cortisone. And in my adolescent mind, that needle was the longest needle that I've ever in my life. And he injected it in my right knee, and the pain was excruciating. But by that time in my life, I think I had developed a personality of wanting to hide pain when I felt it. Sometimes pain is difficult to verbalize. Sometimes we don't have a language with which to express it. It might be felt intensely, but we don't know how to speak it. And by then, I wanted to be the good girl who hid her pain. But I was in such pain. And I looked up at Uncle James, and he looked down at me with a smile so characteristic of his smile, just exuding warmth, but most importantly, exuding a knowing, a compassion. He knew that I was in pain. And I felt in that moment that Uncle James saw me like no one else ever had seen me. And I will never forget that. His knowing, without having to say a word, that has stayed with me all of these years. So I just want to give him honor for that. Thank you.
Thank you.